Okay, hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you are over around the globe, but welcome to Doc TV. And this evening or morning or afternoon, we're happy to have the film Paddling for Life, a documentary film by Judy Herbstein. And we're happy to host the amazing guests we have today. From the Pink Lionesses, you say? That's the name?
Lioness.
Okay.
Pink Lioness Israel.
Okay. So we have here the filmmaker, Judy Herbstein, and also Orit Ziv Ackerman, the founder and manager, Liora Morad Hershko, the captain, and Miki Ackerman, the head coach. And I think it would be great to start with some background information from you, Judy. What we'll do this evening is we're going to have some question and answers led by myself and conversation with the participants. And then, of course, we'll open up the discussion to whoever would like to ask questions about, of course, the film, but this amazing also initiative, and talk more about it. So Judy, it would be great to hear from you. How do you, as a filmmaker, how are you exposed to the Pink Lioness, and how do you decide on making a film?
I was approached by one of the Israeli film funds, the Galil Film Fund, to make a short film about whatever. I was given the option to search for an idea, and one of the ideas they suggested was the Pink Lionesses. I liked the idea very much because it's a film about women, and I think it's also a film about breast cancer, and breast cancer affects everybody. So I went to meet them. I talked to Orit on the phone before, and the day that I went down to the Kinneret, to the Lake of Galilee, to meet the Pink Lionesses, they were in the middle of warm-up. And I saw a bunch of women, a group of women in pink, stretching and warming up towards going into the dragon boats. And then they suggested I join them. And it was the greatest fun in the world. I mean, it was really fun. Watching them paddle, being on the Kinneret, which is gorgeous. And seeing women of different ages, different backgrounds, different capabilities, all doing this thing in unison, paddling. And I fell in love. And once I fell in love, I knew that this is the film I wanted to make. And I also decided to make it because it's such an important issue, because breast cancer is the cancer that affects so many women. It's the most common cancer among women. And there's not one of us that doesn't know somebody who has had breast cancer. Or there's not one of us that isn't scared of getting breast cancer. So it's so common that I decided this is the film I want to make. And I'm very
how long
happy.
ago was this?
This was in 2021. This was 2 years ago. I actually followed the Lionesses for plus minus a year. So, you know, the making of the film was about a year. And I'm also planning on making a longer film now. So I haven't left them. I've nearly joined them. Not exactly joined them, but because they won't accept me, because I haven't had breast cancer. But I'm as close as can be to joining them. So it's been a journey, and their life is a journey. And it's been fun too.
Yeah. So how and when does this the Pink Lioness when is this founded, the group, and maybe share with us Orit, Liora, a little bit more about the group, how you became this kind of such a strong big group of women.
I was sick. I found that I have breast cancer in 1917, and a year before my sister died from cancer.
2017.
2017,
Yes,
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chemo. Anyways, my sister died a year before, and when I was in the chemo, in the time of the chemo, I just sat there and thought, what can I do? Because I was so helpless. And I told myself that once I will get better and stronger, I will do something for the sake of my sister and for the sake of the other women which I've met. I've met a lot of women when we are sick. We have a very, very big group of women which were sick in cancer, in breast cancer. It's called Gamani. It's a very, it started as a website, and now they are a very big group which are doing a lot of things. And I'm a skipper. I have an experience, a lot of experience as a skipper. And I thought of something of water, because I know that water is very, very relaxing. And I happen to know by coincidence these groups that have a special groups which are for this aim. I learned to know that the groups all over the world have a lot, 290 groups of breast cancer women which are pedaling. And the aim is, the purpose is to help the lymphedema, which occurs once you are operated after the breast cancer. And I didn't know a lot of it, but we started. I wrote a message in the internet in this group of Gamani, and we decided to gather some women. And at the first day, 60 women came, 60. And from then, it started to grow up. We moved to the Kinneret because we were in another place which was not very healthy for us. It's the Yarkon River. We moved to the Kinneret, and we started a real serious group. Miki joined me, as he joined me always when I was sick. So he was very helpful, and a lot of women from the group joined me when they had, each one had something that she took on herself, and this was the beginning. Today we are two groups, very big groups, which are pedaling all over in the Tel Aviv area, in the Yarkon River, and in the Kinneret. And we're very, very strong and united. It's amazing.
And how many are you today?
In the Kinneret, now, what affected us recently, in the last years, was the coronavirus, which meant that a lot of women stopped. They couldn't go out. And now the winter, which was very strong, because we have very strict regularity, which tells us when to go, when it's not too cold, when it's not too hot, when it's raining, when it's storming, we don't go out. So in the Kinneret, now we have 50 women, and in the Tel Aviv area, we have around 100. And it's increasing, you know. I don't want them to increase, but it's increasing.
Great. And Liora, when do you join, and when do you join the breast cancer club, and when do you join the Pink Lionesses?
Liora, תפתחי.
Mute.
Mute.
I got the cancer 10 years ago, and I joined this group 5 years ago. When it's open, when we start training in the Yarkon River, And it was from the beginning. I started from the beginning to pedal, and I moved with all the group to the Kinneret, and from then I'm pedaling with them. And when Judy came to our group and decided to film film a film about our group, she asked me if I want if she can film, if she can it's a name, interview me and if I can take a place in the film, because during this time I was sick again. It returned every 2 years. I got sick 10 years ago, and it returned every 2 years. And when Judy came, she asked me if I can take a place in the film, and I said okay. It's my mission to be in the film and to give power and courage to every woman that had a cancer, and she's alone in her world, and I want to give her power to go on, and the life is going on, everything is okay, and we can fight and we can get healthy. And this group, the pedaling group, it's for me, it's a courage, it's a power. It's when I came to the group, to a training, the women around me give me courage, give me power to continue.
So how many, the training, is it like once a week, or how does it work? You need when do you train?
It's 3 times a week, but 3 times, and each woman came when she can. So I came twice, once a week, and when there is a competition, we come more.
Amazing. Okay, and then how was it, Judy, for you? I mean, did they allow you, I understand the pedaling and the contest and everything like that is also great to film, and also is like, you know, easier in a way, but how did it work when you needed to film the more intimate scenes, the more difficult situation between them? Did you feel you were accepted easily, or it took time for you?
At mute.
I think that because I'm a woman the average age of the Lionesses, and I know cancer, as we all do. We became very close friends in a very short time, and I think that they were interested in the film, I think, from the point of view of really encouraging other women to go and be checked, because, you know, if you find out that you have cancer at an early stage, it's much easier to deal with. So I was accepted very easily, and the intimacy as a documentary filmmaker, it takes time to build, but it didn't take very long. I mean, Liora was very open to having me come to hospital and film her in the hospital while she was getting chemo treatment. Orit was very open with what she had experienced. And I think all the women were very open. I think it also has a lot to do with this idea of sisterhood and of being open to each other. And they talk about it, but it's not the main thing that they do. And I think also the trainers, I mean, like Miki being the head coach, was very open to me being part, not only the sports side of things, not only being in the boat and being part of the paddling, but also connecting from the point of view of being a partner, being part of a relationship, because when a woman gets cancer, it's not only that she gets cancer, all her environment, everybody around her gets cancer, or doesn't get cancer, no, God forbid, but everybody around her is affected by her illness. So, you know, I got the cancer stories from the Lionesses, and I got the sports and the partner, family, friends, stories, connections from the partners. And I can say that even during competitions, Miki used me once just so I would be a weight in the boat, so he could win the competition. So I think that the idea of sisterhood is one side of it. The idea of competing and winning on all fronts is another side of it. It's very important. The sports and the camaraderie are two things that connect.
So Miki, are you the only man around?
No. We have a lot of very nice and good people around us in Tel Aviv and in the Kinneret, are all volunteers, and they come from all kinds of professional and all around the country. It's not just near the Kinneret or near Tel Aviv. So it means that when they, for example, I have one person which, for example, 2 months ago on Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock, they wanted to start the training, and we didn't have a trainer. And this guy says, look, he is a head of some companies, and he has a lot of on his schedule. He says, Miki, I'm changing my schedule just for the Tuesday morning. I will delay everything. I'm coming to train them. And he's also from about 100 kilometers from the Kinneret. So that's what he did. And that's just for one example, how they are, they want to help and to do these things.
I feel that besides the amazing initiative, it's something really special to see a group of women that are in the front, but they're being supported by also men. So like if I started my question, if asking you if you're the only man, suddenly when you're speaking, I understand that it's not so obvious, because a lot of time, I don't know, it's not always like that, but like women are very much like supporting men going and doing something, or and here I feel that it's the opposite, that it's the women, the stage for the women, and the men are there to support and help them and give them all the tools that they're needed for this competition. So it's also very touching, that point.
I would like to add, some of the volunteers are women. We have helped women skippers, women, which are coming over. And some of the volunteers are the husbands of the pinkies. I mean, the couple are coming together to work. She is pedaling, he is teaching, or helm or whatever. And it's such a nice vision to see.
I will give you an example, nice example. Came to paddle in the Kinneret, I wouldn't say old women. She was just 80 years old. And she came and she told me, look, my grandchildren says, grandmother, what are you doing? You will die there. What are you doing? What are you doing? She says, you know what? You should come to the Kinneret. And the next week, the grandchildren and her children came as a big group, something like 20 people, just came to see this grandmother paddling. And from since there, they started to come each Saturday, and they were playing in the Galilee Sea Lake and paddling with all kinds of boats and sailing. It's like a festival before and after. So the whole families in the summer comes with the paddling, not all of them, some of them, but it's very nice, all these families. So the husbands are helping a lot to the paddlers. We have in Tel Aviv and in the Kinneret, the manager in Kinneret, we have Asaf Cohen. He's the manager. His wife is paddling, Alice. And in Kinneret, we have a woman, Michal Geller. She's the header. And she's also paddling, of course. So Orit gives them a full mandate to do everything they need. And all the trainers are doing a special course which we give them to train and to help the boats. And the main issue when they start this course is the girls' happiness. That's the main goal. They should come with a smile, and the training with smile. And you should do everything with grace. That's our goal.
Great, and I just want to say that if anyone here that is in the discussion would like to ask a question or just say anything regarding the film, regarding the group, so you're welcome to do so, or to write anything you want on the chat, and I can ask the questions for you. It could be in English and Hebrew, so feel free. And also, so Judy, you said, my question was, why 17 minutes? It's super short. I mean, and now you explained that you were approached by the Film Fund to do a short film, but how did it feel for you to construct this to something that is so short?
It was difficult. I was working with a very good editor by the name of Inbal Sprinzak, who helped me cut it down and put it into a story. I was working both with Inbal and with Chen Shelach. The mandate was a short story. I knew that I had to touch on a few issues and I had to get a few main characters, 2 main characters. I wanted the beauty of it and I wanted the difficulty. I needed to have the conflict between the physical activity and the physical situation of having that cancer. I mean, once you have cancer, I think it never leaves you. It's you'll get healthy, but the fear of recurrence is always there. And I needed that conflict between what Miki just said, the happiness, the smile, the friendship between the women and the people that are around them, and the cancer that is actually each one of these women deals with it alone. I mean, you know, when she goes into chemo, when she has the therapy, she's in this battle against the cancer by herself. And what the magical thing about the Lionesses is that they're not really left alone. They are alone, but there's a group around them that helps them go through these difficult periods. It was frustrating making a film that is so short, because I really, I still feel that there's so much more to the story. and so much more that can inspire other women that are going through difficult periods. And that's why I hope to make a longer film. I mean, I think this is the first step, and there's more to do.
So Liora, were you always into sports, or is it something that you did before? And if the women that join have to be like super sportive, or how does it work?
I especially did a lot of sport before I had cancer. And after the cancer, I started to do more sport that I didn't do in my life. I started to learn how to surf in the sea, and I started to dance on the amud.
Yeah, on the
everything.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I started to do things that I didn't do before. But I was really a sport woman, and now with my group, I got more and more and more doing sport. But sometimes I walk in the morning and I have to go to the training, and I feel pain in my leg, in my head, all my body, and I say to myself to go or not to go, but the decision to go is winning, and I'm coming to the training, and after an hour and half an hour, I'm feeling better. It's all in our mind. I think that if we have a good thought, we can manage, we can do a lot of things, we can win a lot of things. And that's my mission, to give to other women that if you think that something is getting better, something is good, it will be also, actually it will be in your life. If you think that you're not good and you have a lot of pain and you still and you stay at your home, it won't be good. It's not this way. The way is to show that we are strong, and we will be strong, and we will be healthy.
I want to add something. I'm sorry, Liora.
Okay. I finished.
I think that the reason I made this film is because I met these women who are true inspiration. Because as Liora said, you can really fall into depression once you're diagnosed with cancer. It's very, very frightening. I mean, you know, it's the C word. And I think what the Lionesses have chosen is a win-win situation. I think although they're in a very difficult and frightening illness, they've decided not to ignore it, because that wouldn't be the right word. I mean, they take care of themselves, they go for checkups, they support each other medically, pass on a lot of information between each other. But their attitude is what lifts them from the fear that they have, and we all have. I mean, you know, God, I'm terrified of cancer. I think I've learned from them that although I'm terrified, I should let go of my terror too. And also the importance of sports. I mean, sports and, you know, is always important. The paddling is even more important because of what it does to the ability to raise their arm, which they don't have before.
Yeah, maybe if you can talk a little bit about it, because also Orit talked about the lymphedema, but for whoever that doesn't understand, it would be great to get some more information.
Orit, do you want to talk about it?
I can talk. I wanted to say something. you know, the lymphedema, taking care of the lymphedema and to be stronger and so and so. But the main issue for me of the Pink Lionesses is even me, of course me, because I have two sides. One of them is then a manager and founder, and the other one, I'm like them. I'm exactly like them in the same situation. We speak in the same language. And when we are inside the boat, the dragon boat, we have a 1.5 hour of grace, of happiness, real happiness, of not thinking about anything, of not bothering of anything. You know, life is very, very difficult anyway. And the nights are very difficult, even though we don't want to think about it. But once we're in the boat, we don't think of anything. Now, recently, Miki is very clever. He's putting some songs. So we hear songs and we're singing together. Today, Liora sang very strongly. And really, besides the main things that are very, very, it cures us. I think the soul is cured too. And it's very important. When I see Liora smiling, and when I see her as a captain telling the girls how to warm themselves before, and she's running and she's so happy. For me, I'm like a mother. I look at it and, you know, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. And now about this lymphedema, is a big problem, because when they operate us, they take some of the under the arm, they take some of the balutot,
The lymph nodes.
the lymph node, yeah. So once you touch it, even though there are 60 like this in each hand, once you touch it, there is a very, very big chance, 30% in fact, of the women are getting this lymphedema, which is the hand is getting bigger and bigger, full of water. Because
the arm gets swollen.
Now, there is a very, very smart doctor in Canada, which is called Dr. Mackenzie. And he found out that once you do this thing, once you pedal, it makes the lymphedema not come or be less. So this helps us be better. And, you know, all together, you become healthy. I see the girls when they start, they come over. When they start, they're after the chemo, usually they're very, very pale. And they're very, very shaky, and they're not very strong. After half a year, you see a ninja, which, and they're so different. You know, their hair grows and they're so different, and it's make people so happy. So I don't care. I'm 5.5 years with Miki with me inside this thing, and I don't care how long and what should we do, but we'll do our best to continue it.
Yeah, and also it would be interesting, Judy, to maybe follow someone who just arrives, like Orit said, from the really beginning, and to see like the process. Sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
there was I have here, someone asked us about when we're screening the film. So I think Rami, probably it's also possible to still get the link. Whoever didn't screen it yet. And also, before we go on, I just want to also share with everybody that, you know, of course, we're thanking also everybody that supported Judy, the filmmaker, and in the Pink Lioness until now, also before this screening. But we also have a link in the chat in where you can also continue and support whoever didn't do that before. And of course, contribute as much as you can, as much as you want. Also to provide the continuation of this also great project of Rami called Doc TV that brings the best content and most interesting to the screen, and also for the Pink Lioness to continue their amazing work and do what they do and have more and more women join. And one of the questions here was also about if you can also share with us more about groups in other places in the world that are like your group. That would be
Yes,
great to know about.
I can answer. We are related of a union which is called IBCPC, International Breast Cancer Committee. And we have 290 groups all over the world, from New Zealand to Egypt to Europe to USA, Canada, everywhere. In each group, there are a lot of pink women, which are, you know, when I see their website and when I see what they're doing, so sometimes I think that you cannot see the difference between us. We are all the same. We're all pink, we're all happy, we're all pedaling, we're all talking, only different languages. And you can find it in the IBCPC. You can see all in all parts of the world, you can see all the groups.
Amazing.
They also compete. I mean, the groups up to the corona and starting again, they have international competitions of paddling in dragon boats. And actually groups travel from one country to the other. They have dragon boat festivals. There was a beautiful festival in Akko a few months ago, in which there were a few all the paddle groups in Israel. Not all of them were pink. Some of them were blind people. Some of them were young people. I mean, there was quite a variety. Some of them were Jews and Arabs that paddled together. And of course, the Pink Lionesses. And they compete against each other all around the world. So the competition is wonderful because it really causes people to try even harder and once they do sports in a more serious way, they get better. So
yeah, in fact, we are going, a part of us, to Barcelona in May. And then we are taking the groups to Cyprus, which is our sister group. We are very, very in touch with the Cyprus group. We're going on October. We went last time before the coronavirus. 60 girls were in Cyprus, and we enjoy. We compete. We have competitions, and it's really amazing.
Amazing. Great. Rami, somebody said here that the link to pay wasn't working, so just check that also. Okay. Okay, anyone else has a question? Great, so the link is back on, everyone. So Liat, you can go ahead and try it. Yes, if you want to write any question on the chat box, you're very welcome to. I wanted to ask you about the age, since I feel that like, what is the average of the women that come? Because since there's, you know, also people my age that I know around me that have had breast cancer, are also the younger people coming to join these groups?
It's very special because it's so mixed. It can be 30, it can be, when Liora started, she was 40 plus, you're 20 plus. How old are you? You are in mute.
52. Today I'm 52. I started 5 years ago.
Well, we have 3 peddlers which are 82. And they paddle beautifully. And we have peddlers. There is no common, you know. We have peddlers which are very young, which are very old, which are beautiful, which are Jewish, which are Arabs, which are Christians. This group is, from one side, have yes, it's a variety, but we are one group. You know, there is a thing that if we don't pedal the same minute in the boat, it doesn't go right. So like we are all united in the boat and outside the boat. There is no difference between us, no matter what age you are. No, we speak the same language.
So
You know, most of my friends,
the synchronicity is important to be together, to be synced.
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
of our friends, the pinkies, are pink. You know, we've been today with the 3 couples, which are, one of them is pink, of course. And most of our friends are, you know, we speak the same language. It doesn't matter what language.
About the age, I have a nice story. We went to a competition from all Israeli groups in the Kinneret Lake. And I asked to divide our teams to about 8 boats. And I asked that my boat will be the strongest, which will maybe get a gold medal. And I didn't check who made the how do you say it, shibuts.
Who was put into the same boat, into
The
your
same boat.
boat?
Yes, and when we went about 2 minutes to go down to the boat, I got my list and I called everybody, and then I saw on my second row, there is one of the girls, she's 80 years old. Now I'm supposed to be the strongest boat. I asked her, are you sure you're in my boat? She says, of course. Okay, so I went down to the boat. We did a very good terminate. When we went back to shore, she came to me and says, look, my mother is more than 100 years old. And she told me she's alive. And she told me when I'm 80, I can do everything I want. So don't tell me if I can come to this boat or to this boat. This is an 80 years old giving me
Amazing.
Yes.
Judy, there's a question here. If part of the film you filmed with a cell phone or mobile?
No, nothing was filmed with a mobile, but I did shoot a lot of the footage on the boats. I was allowed to sit right by the drum, which is in front of the boat. That's where there's usually a drum that gives the beat. And I used a handheld small HD camera. So not
But
a
you were
cell
holding,
phone.
or did you have the camera on a tripod?
No place for tripod. It's a very narrow space. I was holding and praying for dear life that it doesn't fall into the water, that I don't fall into the water, and that the shots come out well. And they did, because you know, you kind of your body learns how to move with the boat.
Yeah, they're great shots.
Yeah, I'm well practiced because I think because I spent so much time with the Lionesses, a lot of footage, and you know, Inbal chose the best parts. I think I'm probably one of the best people to do it because I've done it so much, and I'm not a camera person, but
Judy,
it worked.
about the terminal, when we took you from the side of the in Tel Aviv, Yarkon River. I was with a boat in the terminal. We went to the start, and as we stand in start, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and then the judge says, look, you cannot compete because you are missing a person in the front of the boat. Everybody has it.
It's a question of weight. They needed extra weight.
Now, I'm in the middle of the river. What can I do? Then I see on the edge of the river, I see Judy with her camera taking pictures and a movie of everybody. Says, oh, that's an idea. Went to the side of the river. Told her, Judy, come on the boat. And there is no place to take her. We just put the boat strong to the mud and everything there. She got on the boat, and then we went to the terminate, and of course we did good.
I told Miki that I will do it only on one condition. I said to him, I'm not prepared to drum because I'm not very good at beating it at the same way. Only if you allow me to shoot you while you're competing, then I'll do it. And he said, whatever, we need your weight.
So it's a
So,
win-win situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got great shots of them winning that competition. It was great.
Amazing. Okay, great. So we're going to start closing and wrapping up this talk. If anyone wants to add anything, Orit, Miki, Liora, Judy, anyone that are joining us this evening, please feel free.
I would like to add I don't know if this is the place, but for me, yes, thank you for Judy for supporting us, because you know the girls love to be first of all, you know, we lost one of our peddlers a month ago, and you know, it's memories for us. And Judy, she's one of us. She's one of us. The girls accept her. They are willing to talk with her. They're willing to get photos, and we love her. So we thank you so much, because, you know, this is what is left sometimes. It's sad to say, but this is what is left sometimes. And thank you for your time. She's doing a great job. She's so sensitive, and she knows it. And we love her. So thank you.
And there is another thanks we have to do, is to Tel Aviv municipality on the Yarkon River and in the Kinneret. Both sides helping the Pink Lionesses. We have to say thank you for them, and to continue as much as we can.
I want to say something about Judy. When she started to film the film, I didn't know her a lot, but after a year we became friends, and she came to photo me everywhere. And now also she's asking me, can I come to photo you? I started to learn how to play on drums. This is also one thing that I started to do after I had the cancer. And I said to her, it's open, come where do you want? If you want to come to photo me at home, when I drum, when I'm dancing, everywhere in the sea. So it just make me feel good with her, because we got a friend, we became friends, and thank you, Judy.
Great, and I just want to add also that people are writing here that the film is very moving and very touching and inspiring and interesting, and you know, sending health to everyone, which is super important also. And yeah, so once again, we have the link here. We added the link for your support. And we also want to thank you all for participating and taking the time to be with us here this evening, and for Doc TV for hosting this event and many other films and talks with filmmakers, which is super important. And yeah, health to everyone. Many inspiring adventures ahead of us, and good luck to everyone on their own personal journey.
And thank you, Tal, for conducting this evening.
Sure.
I want to say one more thing about the film. I think the film is traveling around the world. It's doing well in festivals around the world. And I think the importance of it is really to inspire people, because I think the Pink Lionesses are very inspiring. To inspire people to live their life to the fullest, and that's that's what I've learned from them, which is really important. And I love the Pink Lionesses, I really do. So,
Amazing. Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye.
Good night.